Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining with us again today to our daily Buddha Vandana, Buddha Puja, Parita chanting and reflection and practice of metta or loving kindness or metta bhavana. So today we have a sponsorship to remember someone. Ratana Gungomu Vidanage passed away about over a month ago, and today is exactly a month when the funeral took place. So the family, beloved wife, Veronica or Anusha Bates, daughter Vinuki and Sakit, son Sakit, came to the temple to sponsor and make offerings to the Vihara today. So in grateful remembrance of their beloved husband and father, so we dedicate this Buddha Puja and chanting in memory of Vijayaratna Gungum Vidanagi, a beloved father he was to the children and a beloved husband as well. So we dedicate today's service or puja in memory of Mr. Vijayaratna, who passed away over a month ago. So today is the day when it's a month since the funeral took place. So they came to the Vihara and made offerings. So as usual, we will start our program with observing 5 precepts. So please say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa to observe 5 precepts. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Suramire majjapamā daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Tisaranena saddhiṃ pañcasīlaṃ dhammang appamādena samvetabbang. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagavā arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasarathi sattādeva manussānaṃ buddho bhagavāti. Buddhaṃ jīvitaṃ yāva nibbānaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Ye ca buddhā atītā ca ye ca buddhā anāgatā paccupannā ca ye buddhā ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Nati me saranang anyang buddho me saranang varang etena sacca vajjena hotu me jai mangalang uttamangena vandehang padapang suvaruttamang buddheyo khalito doso buddho khametu tang mamang. Swakkhāto bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akāliko ehi passiko panayiko paccattang veditabbo viññohiti. Dhammang jīvitaṃ yāva nibbānaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Ye ca dhammā atītā ca ye ca dhammā anāgatā paccupannā ca ye dhammā ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Natti me saranang anyang dhammo me saranang varang Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang Uttamangena vandehang dhamman ca tividang varang Dhamme yo khalito dosa dhammo khamatu tang mamang Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujjapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samīci patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo Anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati Sanghang jivitang yava nibbanang saranang gacchami Ye ca sangha atita ahang vandami sabbada Natti me saranang anyang sangho me saranang varang Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang Uttamangena vandehang sanghang ca tividottamang Sangheyo khalito dosa sangho khamatu tang mamang Kanasarappadittena dīpena tamadansina Tilokadīpang sambuddhaṃ pujayāmi tamonudang Gandha sambhārayuttena dhūpenāham sugandhina Pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajanamuttamang Vannagandha gunapetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Pujemi buddhaṃ kusumena nena punyena mete naca hotu mokkhaṃ Upphaṃ ilayāti yatha idam me kāyo tatha yāti vināsa bhāvaṃ Adhivāsetu no bhante pāniyaṃ parikappitaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya patiganhātu uttama Adhivāsetu no bhante gilāna paccayaṃ imaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya patiganhātu uttama Adhivāsetu no bhante sabbhaṃ saddhāya pūjitaṃ Anukampaṃ upādāya patiganhātu uttama Vandāmi cetiyaṃ sabbhaṃ sabbadhānesu patiṭṭhitaṃ Sāririka dhātu mahābodhiṃ buddharūpaṃ sakalaṃ sadā Yassa mūle nisinno ve sabbāri vijayam akā Patto sabbaññutaṃ sattha vandetam bodhipādapam Ime ete mahabodhi lokanātena pujitā Aham pite namassāmi bodhirāja namattute කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ ධම්ම සම්දෙත්තික අකාලික කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්න අනුත්තර එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සම්බේ දේවා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සම්බේ භූතා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ සත්තා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හුන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හුන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හුන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිබ්බානපත්තියා ඉදම්මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයා වහං හෝතු සම්බ දුක්ඛා පමුඤ්චතු සාන්. Okay. So as mentioned before, today's puja was sponsored by Anusha Veronica Bates, along with her children Vinuki and Sakit, in memory of dear husband, dear beloved husband, beloved father, Vijayaratna Gungum Vidanage. So by the merit accumulated, we bless him for his journey in samsara. May he be blessed by our blessings that we accumulated now. May he be happy, peaceful wherever he is. Eventually may he attain the state of Nibbana by rejoicing in our Pinkama. Vijayaratna Gungam Vidanage Mahatmange සිහිපත් කරලා අද දවසේ අනුෂා නෝනා මහත්මියත් ඒ දරුවන් විනෝකී සාසකිත විහාරස්ථානයට ඇවිත් ඒ ගිලම්පස බුද්ධ පූජාවට දායකත්ව දරාගෙන ඒ පූජා කිරීමෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වන්නේ මීට මාසයක මාරකට කලින් ඉහතදී ප්‍රාප්ත වන්නට යෙදුණු ඒ විජේරත්න ගුණගම විදානගේ මහත්මයාණන් අද දවසේ පන්ස්කූල් කටයුතු නැත්නම් ආදාහනය කටයුතු කරලා මාසයක් සපිරෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිමිත්තෙන් අද දායකත්වයේ දරාගෙන බලාපොරොත්තු වන්නේ ඒ විජේරත්න මහත්මයාණන්ට දයාබර ස්වාමි පුරුෂයාණන් දයාබර පියාණන් වහන්සේට පින්පෙත් අනුමෝදන් කොට සංසාරික සැප ළඟා කොට දෙන්න. නිසා යම් කිසි දෙයකින් අභව්‍ය ස්ථානයක විදේ සිටිනවා නම් එන් අතමිටිය සැප ළඟා කරගනිත්වා සැපෙන් සිටිනානම් සැප වර්ධනය කොටගෙන කෙලවර ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරන බෝධියකින් උතුම් අමා මහ නිවන් සෝය සාක්ෂාත් කරගන්නට හේතු වාසනා වේවා කියලා හිතාගෙන ඒ සහභාගී වී සිටින පින්වත්නි සාදුකාරය කියලා පුණ්‍යානුමෝදනා වෙන්න. So we continue with our chanting. So today we decided to chant Ratana Sutta. After the chanting, we will reflect on metta bhavana as usual. A couple of minutes of reflection about the phases or how to practice metta bhavana, how to develop the metta concept in our minds day in, day out, and also apply into our actions and words and thoughts. So we We'll do that after our chanting. Tomorrow we will our weekly meditation on mindfulness. Developing mindfulness is tomorrow from 7 to 8. So please do join us if you are interested. So today we again dedicate the chanting to everyone participating for your good health, happiness, success, and prosperity, especially during this lockdown period and pandemic time. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. May you be free from suffering. If any one of you have been affected by COVID-19, may you be well, happy, and peaceful. May you gain speedy recovery. May you enjoy good health. If your friends or anyone that you know are affected, please do bear them in your thoughts and minds today as we chant the Ratana Sutta. We also dedicate the Ratana Sutta chanting to all the key workers, to develop courage and determination to continue their valuable services, looking after patients, and their family members, and also serving the country, world as a whole. So may the chanting bring every happiness to everyone, good health to everyone. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. So please listen to the chanting with attention and respect. Samanta Cakkavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Saggamukkhadam Parittassavana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Parittassavana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Parittassavana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalikhe Sambeva bhuta sumana bhavantu atopi sakkacca sunantu vasitam Tasmahi bhutani sametha sabbe mettam karota manusya pajaya Divacharatto chaharanti baling tasmahi nirakkata appamatta Yankinci vittang idhavahurang vasake suvayang ratanang panitang Nano samang atti tathagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Khayang viragang amatam panitang yadajjaga sakya muni samahito Natena dhammena samatti kinci idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvattiyotu Yang buddha settha parivannai sucing samadhimanantari kanyamahu Samadhina tena samona vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvattiyotu Ye puggala atta satang pasatta cattari etani yugani honti Te dakhineya sugatassa savaka ete sudinnani mahaphalani Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino gotama sasanam hi Te pattipatta amatang vikaihe laddha mudha nibbuting bunjamana Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yatindakilo pathaving sitosiya chatubhivate bhi asampekampiyo tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo ariya satchani avecca passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye ariya satchani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani kincapi te honti bhusappamatta te bhavang attamang adiyanti idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti Sakkaya ditthi vichikichitancha silabbatang vapi yadatti kinchi Chatuha paye cha vippamutto chacha vithanani abhabho katum Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Kincapi sokammang karoti papakang kayena vaca udacetasava Abhabbo sotassa paticcahadaya abhabbata ditta padassa utta Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Vanappagumbe yatha pussitagge gimhanamase patamasmin gimhe Tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagamin paramang hitaye Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Varo varanyo varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Kīnang purānang navang natti sambhavang viratta citta ayatike bhavasmiṃ Te khīna bija avirulhi chanda nibbanti dhi suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vāyani va antalikhe Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang buddhang namassāma suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vāyani va antalikhe Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang dhammang namassāma suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vāyani va antalikhe Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang sanghang namassāma suvatti hotu Etena sacca vajjena dukkha upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena bhaya upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena roga upasamintu te Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu Mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi dīghāyuko bhava Ākāsattha ca bhummattha devānāgā mahiddhika puññantang anumoditva Chirang rakkhantu loka sāsanam Ākāsattha ca bhummattha devānāgā mahiddhika Puññantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu dhamma desanang Ākāsattha ca bhummattha devānāgā mahiddhika puññantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu mam paranti sadhu sadhu sadhu. So you have been joining with us to our daily Buddha Puja, Parita Chanting and Meditation. So, as usual, we dedicated our chanting to for the well-being of everyone participating, you, your family members. May you enjoy good health, especially during this time. May you enjoy good health, every happiness, and may you be well, happy, and peaceful. We also bear in our thoughts, any individuals, family, friends, the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Furthermore, we dedicated our chanting to the well-being of every one who have been affected by COVID-19, and also the key workers working tirelessly to serve the nation, and especially the NHS doctors and nurses and admin, to look after the patients affected by COVID-19 as well as their families, so may they gain courage and determination to continue their valuable services for the well-being of everyone. So may everyone enjoy good health, happiness, and peace. So now we are going to do our meditation. So first of all, I'd like you to adjust your posture. So if you are uncomfortable, please do adjust your posture. If you are comfortable, fair enough. If you want to adjust a little bit so that you can stay without moving for the next few minutes, about 20 minutes. So then once you've actually adjusted yourself, look at the way your body is positioned. So no slanting, no resting. Try to have a straight, balanced body. Okay, so we are not resting our back as well. So if you are resting on sofa or the back of your chair, please do come forward and have this balanced body. Okay. Second instruction is to keep your hands to yourself. I know, you might find it very hard. If otherwise, put your right hand on your left palm and just place them on your lap. If you think, the heat wave is affecting you, you might want to put your hand on your knees like this. As long as you don't, fidget or massage your knees, it has to stay still. Okay, so no moving of the body. Third request is to obviously take your eyes off the screen. Unfortunately, this is to meditate, so we meditate with our eyes closed. So gently close your eyes. Okay, so just listen to the sound. That should be, good enough for you to, practice meditation with me. So once you've done everything that I've asked you to do, just be mindful of the way the body is positioned. So just be mindful of where and how your body is positioned. Observe the stillness. Observe the peace in the body. Just observe the tranquility in the environment. So be mindful of the people that are also joining you. They are also sitting quietly and listening with you. So be mindful of their presence. Also be mindful of the infrastructure. So your room or sitting room, dining table, wherever you are, just be observant and visualize their presence. You know what they are. So all in all, you can see that the whole body, infrastructure, everything is quiet, still, no movement. The reason why I ask you to be mindful of that is to contrast the way your mind is functioning. So you can just observe that your mind, if it is not still, you can see the active mind. Usually, if you just close your eyes, it tends to think a lot about what happened, about your plans, about your needs, about your wishes, about your duties, work, at home. Everything comes to your mind as soon as you close your eyes. So in meditation, we try to keep the mind still as well. You need to develop this skill to still the mind. And so far, we have been developing this concept of metta in line with mindfulness because they support each other. Because through that, we develop a skill which is quite unique. So if you are new, and there would be many people joining us online. So if you're new, the concept of metta is generally translated as loving kindness. So it is a way of thinking or way of being happy and being peaceful and maintaining that through well-wishing thinking. So mitra or mitta, the word is friend. So when you are genuinely thinking good about yourself and others, we tend to lose every barriers that stop us thinking like that. The conditions are not there. So over the past few days, if you have been joining us, we have been actually looking at what creates a gap between the reality or the current situation and your ideal thinking. Especially during this lockdown time, you might experience a bit of, a distress mode throughout because of the gap that you created. And that gap comes in many experiences. If you might have noticed sometimes your children fighting for the remote control, arguing over the food, arguing over who goes to the bathroom first, arguing about the games they play. And that mindfulness, lets us become aware of that. Although lockdown has eased out, sometimes there are restrictions which then make us more, distressed. Certain restrictions allow us to do certain things, but then we still find that's not good enough. So we create a gap between what you want and who you are. So when it comes to disagreements and when it comes to fear, disagreements and distress, sometimes it's the fear that actually starts creating this acceptance of your situation. The fear stops you from accepting it. Your personality that you have about your likes and dislikes, especially greed and anger, they create a great gap between, what you experience. They stop us from enjoying or being with our current experiences. Our habitual application of fixed views is what we have been working as clinging to ideas and beliefs. We have a fixed view in our mind, which could have been nurtured by our long, deeply developed personality or ego, or even once in a while randomly coming selfishness and other attitudes. They have been nurturing those likes and dislikes, and when we apply that to every experience, we tend to simply agree or disagree with things that happen daily from morning to evening. So when we agree, we are very happy. When we disagree, we tend to develop resistance, and fighting mode starts kicking in. An aversion starts flowering into our minds. And then when that aversion and when that disagreement, and when that defense mechanism starts working, we tend to lose our serenity, our happiness. And when that is gone, we forget about our well-being. Our well-being is not just about your body, the way you look, or the way of what you eat. That outer physical or the form caring is very good, but what about the mind? Sometimes we need to spend more time in caring for our mind. As we forget that we to look after our minds, we only pay attention to our bodies and other external and material things, because we have developed to take that external things is what makes you happy, what you have, what you gain, what you own, what you possess, and they start becoming so obsessive that you think you can control everyone and everything around you, and we lose that track. We forget that that we are not in control. We are not even in control of our sensation. We don't know our next sitting, what sensation that could be. Our next meal that you eat, whether it will be tasty or not tasty, we don't even know. The same food, you might not like it the next time. So there is a lot of things that, thought processes that go, and we are not in control. We forget that. So when we think we are in control, when we think we have power over things, we are starting to create this gap. So if you have joined us for the past few days, this is what we're discussing. The clinging to the ego and the personality views and all your knowledge that comes at the forefront, creating this gap wider and wider, and then we lose the moments of happiness that we could have gained, or we lose our kindness, or we lose our compassion. We forget that happiness is not in the materials or the events that took place. So yesterday we discussed that when you learn how to let go, we develop some sort of confidence. When you discard something in the bin, you actually do it without any expectation. It's not like the recycle bin that you go visit and again you take something out to reuse. If something is of no use, we put it away. We throw it away. So we discussed yesterday that when we throw things away, we need to throw without any expectation. So what do we throw away? We throw away those barriers that come in front of you that stops us from being happy and creating the harmonizing environment. We can start throwing away our anger, our fear, our ignorance, our anxiety, our boredom. Those are the things that we throw away. When we throw that away, we throw without any conditions. We don't want them. So the reflection that you develop, that is that they are harmful for your mind, for your well-being. They are harmful for your partner or people that you live with at home, your family. Whatever you actually bring into your head, it's harmful for everyone in the household. So why do we not throw it in the bin? Be confident. If something is worrying you, it is harmful to yourself, and you know that it is harmful. The more you think about it, the more it is like scratching a wound, a sore. It becomes sore, and it starts affecting and germinating your entire mind. Not just at one moment, but the whole day. And then you are also germinating your family members' minds as well, and your friends' minds as well. Because it affects whatever goes through our mind, affects our body, and affects our words and thinking process. So discarding that unusable or paper that you don't want in the bin, or discarding things in the bin, is never visited because it is not good. So why can't we apply that same confidence in when you throw away the emotions that actually bother you? A small disagreement that happened, just throw it away. Don't actually visit that and make a more problem into your minds. Fighting for remote control, fighting or arguing for something else creates this tense moments in your household. Instead, we develop kindness and sharing concepts. We share our love, we share our kindness, we forgive, and we let go. So that letting go is actually the clinging that we let go. We need things around, we need everyone around. We don't discard them. What we should discard is your desire, your greed, your hatred, your jealousy. So it is quite important to understand that, to develop metta, to be a loving person, to be a kind person, we need to start looking after our minds first. And we start realizing that, there are so much dirt that we have to throw away. Because every moment can be lived with happiness. Every moment can be lived without expectation, but with blissful state, peace of mind. And when that mind is serene, it impacts, or the impact is displayed from our physical action, kind actions, kind words, kind speaking, kind gestures, and also well-wishing thoughts from the mind. And when that is there, not just joy, but everything, you have a different type of mentality. The radiance in your mind appears in your body and face. There are no sulky moments, but there is always laughter and happiness in the environment, and you can make that change. So we need to be very confident in, to be able to discard those thoughts from your mind. Throw it away. Put it in the bin. Never visit the bin. It's not a recycle bin that you're putting your thoughts into. Because the reflection, when you reflect, you know what is harmful. And if it is harmful, we need to, these thoughts will come again and again. Although we put it in the bin, it's going to come back to you. But you have to apply your right effort, your mindfulness all the time to be able to confidently throw those away again and again and again. Don't give up. Never give up throwing those negative emotions that come to your mind. Acknowledge that it is there and then just throw it away. Don't actually nurture it in your heads. So we need to develop this effort, without that. So mindfulness and effort needs to go hand in hand. You cannot master a stroke. A painter takes a long time to master his or her strokes with the brush. Every player, sports player will master their movements so much that one day they will be at the top. You cannot learn how to swim until you practice this. You have to dip into the water, learn your strokes, and keep on developing your skills. So we never give up, So similarly, when you start learning things, or we never give up. So when sadness comes, or when anger comes, they are harmful for that harmonious environment that you live in. Just learn how to throw them away. Be pouring your ego into it and making it worse. Don't start pouring your attachment into it and making it worse. Don't start pouring your fixed views into it and making it worse. Free your mind up from those things. Free your mind from those emotions. If you look at the mirror, if there is dirt on your face, you try to wash it away. If there is dirt in your clothes, you wash it away. You don't want it to stay there forever. So why would you nurture and cherish, harmful thoughts in your head? Why would you do that? Why would you not learn how to throw those negative emotions that creates this gap within you and the others? So you can see, when you are mindful, when you apply effort, we develop patience. Patience will help you. We develop forgiveness. That will help you. We learn how to compromise, but without conditions. It's okay. Compromise is not a good word, but we learn how to be happy for the other person's gain. That's a better word. Sympathetic joy. So our state of mind comes into the ability to do two things. One, be kind when they are in need or when you are in need. And two, rejoice in other person's gain so that there is no argument, there is no jealousy. And this is quite important with the platform of mindfulness. When that mindfulness and loving kindness go hand in hand, every moment becomes harmonious. So all in all, don't give up in being skillful to identify what is harmful emotion or what is harmful thought. As soon as you identify it, know its presence and then just throw it away. Discard it. Not in the recycle bin. Try to put it in the bin that you never visit again. And be confident in that letting go. Be confident in your choice of letting go. Be pleased. That happiness is the best gain, best achievement you can think of, because you are merging the gap, you are merging the problems that you are letting go of the problems that created that gap. So when we practice that, we develop that sort of type of thought process so that we can think about it and wish them well. No conditions. no regulations, free thinking, free wishing, well wishing. So do join in this meditation practice with that mentality, of loving kindness. Kindness that you actually want to wish everyone the same as you'd want others to wish you. The same happiness that you have, we wish them well. So when we recall the stations, it is important to bring in happy moments, even if it is like the phases of laughter and happiness or moments of happiness, to wish someone well. And when we wish them well, we also might recall one improvement or one thing that you'd want them to not have, like pain and suffering. So we will do a generic wish, what you might want to bring in your own. If someone is ill, we can think, may X be recover from that illness. So, but please do remember, we're not doing out of conditions or bonds. So remember that we don't develop attachment. Neither do we develop, resistance or uh, different feelings when we think of the negative things. You can't wish someone well with those conditions. So think of the best of happy moments for yourself and think about your happy moment. And just wish happiness to yourself all the time. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no problems come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with success. May I also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May I be free from jealousy and anger. May I be free from pain and suffering. So if the stations do not relate to you, please skip. Don't recall even those who have passed away, but just those who are living. You can skip those who have passed away by just wishing them well. So if the stations don't relate, please skip. So may my parents, grandparents, teachers, uncles and aunts, in-laws, be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage, and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from jealousy and anger. May they be free from pain and suffering. Contemplate, identifying a couple of stations. May they be free from pain and suffering. May my husband, wife, partner, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, cousins, nephews and nieces, my friends, colleagues at work, neighbors, everyone in the neighborhood, and some neutral people that you meet every day, like shopping centers. May they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage, and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they also be free from pain and suffering. May they be free from jealousy and anger. May all living beings, including pets at home, birds, animals, and insects in the garden, seen or unseen beings, including sentient brains, be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage, and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from pain and suffering. May they be free from pain and suffering. Back to yourself. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. Okay, so thank you for joining us. So you've been joining or participating in our daily Buddha Puja, Parita Chanting Meditation. Every day apart from Thursdays, we do loving meditation on loving kindness. So tomorrow is our day when we do meditation to develop or practice mindfulness meditation, to develop mindfulness. So if you're interested, do join us every day at 6:30. If you want to recommend, a little bit of religious practice during, this lockdown time, some time to engage not just in religious but also to develop your state of mind in a good health, good mental health. Do recommend them to join us. The benefits are very great, large. We are also live on YouTube, so just search for lmmc.online. You can also visit our website www.lmmc.online and follow our program if you do not have Facebook. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. So have a lovely rest of the evening. Enjoy the sunshine. Thank you.